Hey, Rainbow Warrior here, and today I'm going to show you how to make these really simple knitted boot cuffs. I really like this design and it's very simple to do. These look like little hearts to me, and I'm sure these boot cuffs would look great in a number of colors. So let me show you what you'll need and let's get started. For your materials, you will need a stitch marker, scissors, and a tapestry needle to sew your ends in. You will need circular needles that are 16 inches, and I'm using size 8. You will also need medium worsted weight yarn, and I am not sure what brand this is that I'm using. I'm just using some leftover yarn that I have. Okay, so we're going to begin casting on 40 stitches to our size 8 needles. And I'm using the long tail method of casting on. That way our boot cuff ends are nice and stretchy to fit over our legs. And if you're someone that has tight tension, make sure you cast these stitches on fairly loosely. That way they can fit all the way around the needles. If you need to, you can do the trick where you cast on with 2 needles. That way your stitches are a bit looser and they'll be able to spread nice and evenly around your circular needles. Now that we have all 40 stitches cast on, we are going to join the round. For rounds 1 through 6, we're going to begin a 2x2 ribbed pattern. So we're going to knit 2 and purl 2 all the way around. And we're going to do this for 6 rounds. But of course you can do as many rounds as you would like for this pattern. Alright, now that our rib section is completed, just move your stitch marker, and we are going to begin our moss or seed stitch. Our moss stitch pattern is going to be made up of 4 rows or 4 rounds. For the first round, we're going to purl 2 and then knit 2. So pretty much the opposite of what we just did for the rib section. For round 2, we're going to do the same thing as round 1. So purl 2 and then knit 2 all the way around. Alright, now for round 3, we're going to knit 2 and purl 2. And by alternating with these 2 rounds, you're going to see it start to make a pattern of those raised bumps. For round 4, again, we're going to knit 2, purl 2. So we're going to repeat those 4 rounds of moss stitch pattern for as long as you need. I repeated mine about 4 times, and here you can see how the purls and the knits are making your moss design or your seed design. So just repeat those 4 rounds until you have your boot cuffs as long as you want them. You can of course go even longer than mine, and you can even make them long enough into leg warmers or socks if you want it as well. Alright, so you can see that's as far as I'm going to do. These look like little hearts to me. I'm not sure if I'm the only one. And I wish I would have picked a better yarn to show this pattern in, because I think it would have looked really pretty. I'm just using some leftover yarn, but that's okay. So again, we're going to begin our rib, and as you can see, I ended in a row of purl 2s first. And the reason why I did that is because if I ended on a knit 2 first row, the rib section would just be a little bit longer, and that wouldn't make much sense. So I ended on a purl 2 row, that way the design was nice and neat. And you'll see what I mean when you get to that section. So again, a 2x2 rib of knit 2, purl 2 all the way around. If you wanted, of course, you could start your rib with purl 2, knit 2 if you wanted, but then your ribs wouldn't quite match up, but it probably doesn't matter much because you won't see it. Now we're going to begin to bind off, and you want to do a very stretchy method of bind off so it will fit around your legs. I'm doing my favorite method, and we're going to knit 2 together in the back, slide it back onto your left needle, and then repeat. So again, knit 2 together, slide it back on your needle, and repeat this all the way around. And then once you get to the end, you will pull your yarn through and sew in your ends. And you're going to make a second boot cuff the exact same way you made your first. These boot cuffs are very simple to make. They would be a great beginner project as they only use knits and purl stitches. I think these boot cuffs would make a great gift, and again, I think they would look good in lots of different colors, especially a rich or bold color. So I'll definitely be making more boot cuff tutorials this season. I also definitely want to make some leg warmers as well. If you have any requests or if you see any pictures of boot cuffs you'd like me to make, you can share them with me on my social media pages. Links will be in the description. As well, if you need a written pattern for this, it's going to be in the description as always. Don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this pattern. You can check out my tutorial for my other knitted boot cuffs pattern now, and I do have a few more boot cuff ideas floating around in my noggin, so hopefully I'll get those out soon as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next tutorial.